Alright, hello guys. So at this time guys, we are going to discuss our lesson number 5. And the topic for our lesson number 5 is about advanced tab of KidBright IDE. Okay? So this time guys, I will talk about here guys the advanced tab. So we are going to focus for now here on the advanced tab. But since we are still online, we can't use the actual KidBright board because it's actually better if we are going to use the actual KidBright board in this lesson. Okay, but we will try to use the KidBright simulator for this advanced tab. Okay. Alright guys, so we will now discuss the advanced tab of KidBright IDE. Alright, so what is advanced tab? So the advanced tab contains command block working on multitasking function. Okay, so in this part guys, in this tab, if we want to create a program with multiple tasks in the KidBright using KidBright program, okay, so again guys, if we are going to program using the KidBright IDE so that this KidBright board will work, and the program that we want to create will have a multiple task. Okay, so meaning it can do multiple things. Okay, multiple tasks. All right, so what is advanced tab looks like? Okay, so if you open the KidBright IDE, okay, so you will see this task if you open the advanced tab. Okay, so from the name itself guys, task. So if for example we want to add like task 1, task 2, task 3, and those 3 tasks, we can put it in one program, and this KidBright board can do all those tasks. Okay, so later I will show you an example. Okay, so what does it do? So it is used to define multitasking command. Okay, so for example, you want to turn on the lights or turn off, so you can put those 2 tasks in this tab. Okay, in this command. Okay, we can rename this. Okay, later I will show you. Alright, so aside from the task guys, because we are going to use KidBright simulator, so we also have function and call function. Okay, so the task and the function, so what's the difference between these two? So this task is if you want to just define a task. Okay, but here you're going to define a function, and that function you can call it so that the program will read the function that you will define. Okay, so I have here an example guys. Okay, so here for example, the first one, I defined a function forward. Okay, so in this example guys is in order for this to work, we need to use this actual KidBright board. So I will show you another example using the KidBright simulator. Okay, so let's talk about this one. So function forward, so I declare here, or I define here a function named forward, and these programs here guys is used if you want to move forward a wheels. Okay, wheels of a car, if you want to forward it or backward, so we can do that in KidBright board. And here is a little bit of program on how to do that. Okay, so here we define a function named forward, and of course this is the program on how to move forward our servo, or the device that we can use to create a car. Okay, a robot car. So here we put here servo pin 23 set angle to 180, so it's like it's going to turn 180 degrees, and then servo pin 19 set angle to 0. So basically guys, this is the program on how to move forward a servo. And here on the second function guys, I defined another function named backward, and the program here is opposite of forward. So set servo pin angle to 0 and servo pin 19 to 180. So basically this function is to move forward, and then the second function that we added here is to move backward. Okay, so here guys, on these two function we defined two things, okay, to move forward and to move backward. Okay, so for this to work, we have to put it in our main program. Okay, and in this example, our main program here is we are going to use wait. Okay, so wait switch 1 to press. So meaning this program here will not work unless we press switch 1. Okay, so here wait switch 1 press, and then we put it inside forever, and inside forever we will use the call function. Okay, so here call function forward. So meaning if the program reads this command, okay, when we press switch 1, it will call function forward. And what is function forward? So this set angle to 180, set angle to 0. Okay, and then we will delay for 1 second, and then we will call the function backward. Okay, so if the program is reading this call function forward, this will this command here will run. Okay, the set angle to 0 and set angle to 180, and then delay 1 second. Okay guys, so that is how you use function. Okay, if you want to create different functions, multiple functions, you can use this define function here, and you can use the call function to make it run. Okay, to make it run the command here, the functions. Okay, so that is guys the advanced tab. Okay, inside the advanced tab we only have 3 commands. Okay, the task, function, and call function. So the examples that I showed you guys is you can't try it in the KidBright simulator because it will not work, because we need the actual KidBright board and the actual servo and the wires to connect them in order for this example to work. Okay, so now guys, we are online, so I'm going to show you guys an example using our KidBright simulator. Okay, so here guys is my example, and here I'm using the KidBright simulator. Okay, so if you open the advanced tab here, we only have function and call function, so the task is missing because we are only using the online simulator, so that's why. Okay, so here I'm going to show you guys on how to use function and call function. So here guys, the first function that I defined is I named it display1, and display1, what does it do? So it will display the value of the light level sensor, and display2, it will display the value of the temperature sensor. So these are 2 functions. Okay, display1 and display2. So I declare it, both of them. I mean, I define them. Okay, so now we can use display1 and display2 in our program, and in the main program here. Okay, let me move it up. Okay, so in the main program here guys, I used switch 1, wait switch 1 press. So meaning we need to wait for the switch 1 to be pressed in order for these programs to work. Okay, and I use here forever so that it will be in loop. Okay, and here is another use of call function. So here I've called function display1. So what will happen here guys is if I press switch 1, it will display first the display1, and the display1 is it will display the light level sensor, and then I put here a delay for 1 second. So meaning if we press switch 1 forever, the display1, the light level sensor will always be displaying because it's inside forever. So the temperature sensor will only be displayed if we press switch 2. Okay, so that's why I have here if do. So meaning if while this program is working, and then if switch 2 is pressed, it will call the function display 2. And the display 2 is temperature sensor. Okay. So this is guys, this is what like a very simple example on how to use the function and call function in KidBright IDE and on the KidBright board. Okay. So here, let's run this program. Okay, and let's play this so that it will work. So let me just set here guys the temperature. So let's say the temperature is 29 and the brightness is 52. Okay, 52. Okay, so as you can see, when we run it guys, there's no display on the LED because we haven't pressed switch 1 or switch 2. So if I press switch 1 here, you can see the light level sensor 52 is displaying. Okay, as you can see, it's displaying, right? But if I press switch 2 here, instead of 52, okay, it will display the temperature sensor, which is 29. Okay, see there, right? So if I press switch 1, the value 52 will always be displaying. Okay, and if I press switch 1, it will display the 29. Okay, so that is guys how to use function command in advanced tab. Okay, it's a very simple command, but this is really important in our KidBright programming because if we are already like for you guys, if you are doing your project already, so commonly you're going to use these functions to create different tasks or different functions for your KidBright. Okay, so that is our lesson guys for today. It's very easy, right? So if you want to if you want to add or create a program that's that will have multiple tasks in your KidBright board, then you have to use the advanced tab. Okay, and that is function and call function. All right, so now guys, in your Google Classroom, all right, but before I discuss the activity guys, if you have any questions, you can just message your question on the chat box of our Google meeting. Okay, I will answer your question if you have. Okay, so now let's move on guys on what you're going to do for today. Okay, so first, before I discuss this activity of yours, let me just tell you about this KidBright project proposal. Okay, so last time guys, I asked you to choose your members for your KidBright group, right? And the maximum number of members per group will be 4. If you only have 3, that's fine. If you only have 2, that's okay. Okay, as long as you can finish the KidBright project. Okay, so here guys, what I want you to do here is, as you can see on the title of this file, KidBright project proposal. So here, I want you guys to think of any ideas that you can think, or you can search the internet for some ideas of KidBright project. Okay, so you can look up on the internet what projects that you can do using KidBright. Okay, and I want you to choose, okay, and prepare project ideas for your KidBright project on the finals. Okay, so we are going to prepare now for your finals. Okay, so as you can see here, prepare a project proposals for your group project in KidBright. So don't forget to put the nicknames of your members. Okay, and here you have to prepare 3 project ideas. Okay, so you will have like 4 members or 3 members, right? So if you can, like, one of you can search for a project, and then until you prepared 3 project, and then you have to compile it in one Google Docs. All right, so one member can hand in the Google Docs here of the project ideas. So you have to prepare 3, and then once you prepared the 3 project ideas that you have, hand it in on the Google Classroom, and I will check your proposals, and I will decide next week or next week what project are you going to do in your KidBright project. Okay, so what are you going to do with your project ideas? So every idea, explain what and why you want to have the project, and how are you going to do it. Okay, first, explain what is your project idea, and then what is the reason why you want to do that project, and how are you going to do it. Okay, and then search for all the materials that you will be needing for the project. So when you propose a project, I want you to also search what are all the materials that you will need for that project. For example, do you need a new let's say another sensor, for example, humidity level sensor? Do you need that? All right, and then you can illustrate your project proposals using images or videos. Okay, so for example, you look up the internet for project idea, so you can just take a picture of that idea and then add it here in your project proposal, so that I will see your project ideas. Okay, so that is what you're going to do here, guys, on this KidBright project proposals. Okay, so I want all of you to work together so that you can prepare 3 project ideas. Okay, so that's what you're going to do for the for this day. Okay, and for your individual activity, guys, of course, I've prepared here an activity for you for KidBright programming. So just put here the nickname, class, and number of yours. Okay, and then here on the advanced tab, I have here definitions and details on what is multitasking and what is multi-threading. Okay, so you can just read this. These are just like additional informations. Okay, and I also put here an advantage of using the advanced tab and disadvantage. Okay, so you can also just read all these details for additional information about the advantage and disadvantage of using advanced tab of KidBright programming. Okay, and this is your activity, guys. Okay, so here I have here, guys, task 1 and task 2. Okay, but since you are going to use the KidBright simulator, instead of task 1 and task 2, instead of task, you're going to use the function. Okay, so you can just define function 1, light on off, function 2, switch on off. And here, guys, I already completed the program here. So what I want you to do, guys, is I want you guys to complete the missing parts of these programs. Okay, you see there are missing parts here. So what I want you to do is to fill in the correct commands that should be here. Okay, for task 1 and task 2. So this is for multitasking, and here on the LED 16:8 scroll, I want you to put your nickname. Okay, so your nickname and your class, you will see here in this illustration on what to do. And then for the multi-threading, guys, it's the same. So task 1 and task 2. So the task 1 here is detect light intensity. So meaning it can measure what's the value of the light level sensor. And for the task 2 is to play a sound. Okay. So your activity, individual activity, is you have to complete and fill in the blanks here so that the programs will be completed. Okay, and once you're finished, take a screenshot of your program and paste it here below. Okay, and here guys, on the number 2 on multi-threading, you also have to put your nickname and your class here at the end. Okay, so that is your individual activity, guys. Okay, so what you're going to do today, guys, is first search for prepare for the project proposal. This is by group, so you can work together to do this. And this one is for individual work. Complete all the missing parts of the KidBright program here. And once you've completed it, take a screenshot of your program and paste it here. Okay, so you don't need to because guys, I'm not sure if you run this program in KidBright Simulator, I'm not sure if it will work, but it's okay if it will not work as long as you've provided the right command here. Okay, I will just check it manually if it's going to work or if it's not going to work. Okay, so once you're finished, take a screenshot and paste it here. Alright, so that is your activity, guys, for today. Okay, so first is group work and the second is individual work. Alright, so guys, you have a lot of time to finish this. Okay, I will give you a lot of time because I know it's not easy to think of a project idea for the KidBright. So I will give you more time to do the KidBright project proposal. So that's why our discussion here is finished, so that you will have a lot of time to finish this KidBright project proposal that you have to submit today. Okay, so that is your task for today, guys. Again, project proposal, play group, and activity 5, individual. Okay, so that's what you're going to do for today, guys. If you have any question, just let me know on the chat box of the Google meeting, or you can turn on your microphone so that I can talk to you if you have questions or if you have some problems. Okay, so you can start doing it now, guys.
Subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.